A church in Texas is grateful that two alleged thieves returned pumpkins from the parish patch after they were caught on surveillance footage, putting them in the trunk of a car one night recently.
So we've been doing this pumpkin patch in Katy for 13 years. It's big. It's not just a little pumpkin patch. And every once in a while, a pumpkin will go missing here or there. And we know that happens. But early on Sunday morning, our video cameras notified us that there was some activity. And when we logged in to look, it was a couple stealing a trunk full of pumpkins, just loading them into their trunk one after another after another. I think I had to watch it 3 or 4 times before it really sunk in and I could believe it, because I kept processing, like, what is happening? Why do you need a trunk full of pumpkins? If this is some kind of just prank or happenstance, it seems excessive. So it took a little bit to sink in and just watch.
The theft at the Disciples of Christ First Christian Church in Katy, Texas took place early Sunday, October 12th, before sunrise.
Last night, we had some pumpkin bandits.
The church posted footage of the theft on social media, where it quickly went viral.
It got posted right after the end of our worship service, and by the time I had made it home, it had exploded. And it goes to show a couple things. It shows how our community rallies, not just about pumpkins, but about other things we do. Sometimes we think loud voices represent the majority, and this is a clear picture that our community wants to stand for community, support one another, and love one another too, I think, because we can call each other out. We can hold each other accountable, and we can do so in a loving way.
Days later, the church gave an update that the alleged thieves came back one day to confess to what happened.
They apologized very, very sincerely, and we really wanted them to know that there was no hard feelings from us. We're a community that practices grace, compassion, and forgiveness, and we're going to do that in every step of the way. Forgiveness doesn't mean we let anybody roll over us or take advantage of us, right? Forgiveness means our community is willing to let go of what's happened and continue to move on and work together, right? We've all needed forgiveness at some point in our life.
The alleged thieves also covered the cost of the pumpkins that were taken, and the church practiced what they preached by forgiving the suspects.
They were not members of our community. Of course, everybody is always welcome to come to our community. But we want, first and foremost, for whether you're Christian or Jewish or Muslim or atheist, to find the place in which makes you happy and fulfilled. And we would love for them to come and worship with us. But I do know that they're of a tradition that is a little different than ours, and that they have a good home and a good place of faith that they'll continue to plug into.
Money raised from the sale of the pumpkins at the church is donated to local community organizations like food pantries, and they help homeless shelters, as well as giving some money to scholarships. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Sal Bono.